Hey guys, welcome back. I am going to be working on this paint by number kit and I'm going to show you a little how it works and what you need. And before we get started and are totally zoomed in on this image, I just wanted to show you the image as it is right now. This is the canvas. The image, I'm pretty sure you can tell what it is, but it's an owl, and of course we're going to be zooming in later on, but I just wanted to show you a bit up close what it looks like. So there you have it. I'm going to prepare my desk and get everything I need, and we'll get started. Okay guys, this is what my setup is going to be for this video. Of course there's a huge tripod thing here, which will not be there if I'm just working on this by myself, but yeah. We're going to be working with everything we have in the toolkit, the brushes. Not going to use anything extra, but what we do need is of course your tea or coffee or whatever, some water, a water dish, and some paper towels, because that we do actually need. And we're going to use everything out of the toolkit, which I'm going to be showing you as soon as I set up the camera, and we'll get into that. Okay guys, here we are. This is everything I got with the canvas. So let's get the noise out of the way and just ditch that. So this is actually a sticker of the image. So this is what it's going to be looking like. Of course we have our paints, number 1 to 24. As you can see, the colors are pretty random. Let's zoom in a little. Colors are pretty random. It's not like from light to dark or whatever. It's all over the place. It is very colorful, which I totally love. And this toolkit. So I would recommend, if you start doing this like a lot, like I do, that you don't use these tools necessarily. There are better paintbrushes out there, of course. And even on AliExpress if you're shopping there. So these are the brushes. As you can see, one is quite large. We have like a medium brush and a small brush. These are pretty good, that's why I'm going to be working with them today, but they're not like the best, you know. Okay, so let's get into these paints. When you start working on a painting, the advice usually is to start with the darkest color first, which I'm guessing would be 23. And as I'm looking, there's a lot of 23s around, and after that I guess it would be a 9. Some of these are leaking, by the way, but we're gonna look into the paints as well. And after that, the dark brown, number 19, and just go all the way up to, I'm guessing 14, the lightest color. Some people use like a huge tub of for water. I like to change my water a lot, so yeah, I'm okay with using just a smaller dish. This painting does not come with an extra sheet. Sometimes it comes with, they call it a practice sheet, but it's not really a practice sheet. It's just a smaller size on paper with the canvas. So you can, if you covered a number by mistake, you can later check it on the paper to see what number it was supposed to be. This doesn't come with this one right here, so you could take pictures with your phone of the image up close, so you can later check on your phone if you think you missed a number or something. I'm not such a perfectionist, and I do this basically just to relax, so I don't plan on hanging any of these items. Maybe if I would be more careful, but for me it's just entertainment, and as soon as the image is done, I am done, and it serves its purpose. So for me this works very relaxing when you're stressed or you have anxiety, or you know, just need a break. And it's not a hobby where you have to like really pay attention. I mean, you have to pay somewhat attention to make sure you're painting the right numbers, but that is all. So I love to listen to some audiobooks, or just listen to you know, YouTube videos of like anything, or just music. You know, you can sort of like split your attention a little with something else, if you know what I mean. So enough talking. I think we should get into painting. And yeah, I think I'm gonna find a good section to work on and prepare everything, and I'll check back in. Okay, sorry, forgot to tell you something before we actually get started. These brushes usually have some like kind of like they're very firm. They have some sort of glue on them to keep them in shape. So I like to, you know, prep the brushes by just dunking them in water and just wiping them dry, and just do that a couple of times. Because if you, I don't know if I can show you up close. See, there's something on there. So if you would just dunk this brush right into the paint, you might spread it onto your canvas, and you don't want that. So we need to prep and get rid of the glue. Okay, let me just move you guys a bit, because I figured I would be working on this small section right here, because we have some, actually quite a large area of 23, which is the black. And when you're working on these colors, you can just check your picture, because this is very nice to have. You can easily see, okay, there's going to be black in the eyes, around, a lot of brown. So this is what the section I'm going to be working on, this tiny piece right here. This is number 23. So let's show you the paints. Let's get even a little closer so I can show you what these paints look like. So these come, maybe you can probably just detach them, but I like them being like this. I feel like when I have the loose spots, they fall over a lot easier, and these are just, because they're all connected, they just stay put, so I prefer that. So there is some leakage, some spillage with these paints, which I really don't mind. This is a very thick paint. Let's just open a couple more so you can kind of get an idea of what these paints look like. So yeah, this is what we have. I like to work with a little bit more liquid paint, and I'm pretty sure I can show you exactly what I mean. These paints are just, they're pretty thick, and they're just acrylic paint, so you can just easily add a few drops of water, and the paint becomes easier for me to work with. I know some people just love the paints being this like thick, but not me. But anyway, let's get into number 23, because that's the plan. going to wet my brush again, and I'm going to dry it and show you what it's like, what these paints are like if you don't water them down. Which is totally fine, by the way. I'm not going to ruin the image or the painting or whatever. But it's just, it is very thick. So, as you can see, there's, because of the canvas, you're like missing spots basically when you go over it with your brush. These paints are always extremely like solid colors, so you know it's I don't feel like I have to cover them again and again and again. Maybe with some of the lighter colors, but definitely not the darker colors. But I do find this like a little harder for me to work with, especially because it's so thick. It's actually thick on the brush, which can make it harder to get the crisp lines if that's what you're going for, and that's usually what I'm going for. So the larger spots are easily to do like this. This line, by the way, you can easily just cross it, doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do now is just wet my brush a bit and sort of like mix a little water with the paint. So it doesn't clogs up on the brush, which makes me able to easily do this. And when the paint is like slightly watered down, I notice I don't get as many gaps on the canvas. It might turn out the color that can be a little lighter, but I don't know, somehow it seems just easier for me anyway. You really have to find your own kind of style if this is something for you. I find it very, very, very relaxing to do and create something pretty without actually having, you know, any talent to create something pretty. So, but that's just me. It's the same with diamond painting. You don't really need any talent to do that or create a beautiful picture. Just follow the numbers, just like with paint by numbers. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm not going to film the entire process. I'm just going to start working on this and check in with you guys when I'm like halfway done and show you the finished results. I really don't know how long this will take me to actually finish. I really don't know. Because when I do this, I usually also work on a diamond painting kit, or so I split my time and energy on both crafts, so I don't really keep track of time, but I'll try to do that this time. Not that it's supposed to be like a race or something, but you know, a lot of people want to do a craft, but they don't want it to take forever, which I can totally understand. So yeah, I'll check in with you guys later. Stay tuned. Okay guys, I just want to give a quick update after I did all the black. All the black is done, and I think this is the color that is most common on this painting, and I just wanted to show you how much I actually used. Yes, you can see the bottom. I was kind of scared I didn't have enough, but yeah, I don't have enough to cover it twice anyway. Not that it really needs it, but Yeah, I do find this canvas very tricky. You really have to pay attention, which I don't really like. But anyway, let me show you a few spots that are like so confusing. Like here we have 19, so there goes 19, but in the same part, like at the end, it says 23. We did 23. Somewhere over here it said 32. We don't have color 32, so I guessed it was 23. And there's just a lot of lines like that don't mean anything, and you know, it's hard to see. You really have to like focus, and there are you know, even spots that have no number at all. Back in the day when I first started doing this, that like totally freaked me out, but now I just look at the image and use like common sense, like, oh, that's red, so I guess it has to be like, you know, just do it like that. Because you can of course just contact the seller who doesn't have an answer because all of his canvases are like this and he doesn't know. So yeah, I think the cute thing this way is that not one painting is going to be exactly the same, which I think is kind of cool actually. So yeah, I really need to get going on this, and yeah, I'll check back in with you guys later. Okay guys, so another update. When you look at the paint, I think I'm like over halfway done, but not with the colors, not at all. I did the black, the brown, the reds, and the darkest blue, and that's all I did. And yeah, when I look at the paints, I used 3 of those. I used only 12 of this one, only 13 on this one, and only 6 on this one. So lots and lots of colors still to do, but not as much painting. Just a really small tiny areas now that I have to fill in. So yeah, I better get on that and check back in with you guys with a later update. Okay guys, just figured I'd give you another update on the painting. This will probably be my last update because it's pretty much done. All it needs is a little pink and purple, and correcting some spaces that yeah, have like no number or something, or I missed before. There's not a whole lot to do actually. So and I know the open lines. Let me see if I can find one. Can I find one? No, of course not. When I'm working on a painting, I see them all the time. Look, like this weird area right here. It's like, I know you're supposed to, when the line is open, to sort of like blend the colors together. At least that's what it's usually for. But it's, for me, that's just, yeah, I'm not real good at the blending colors. And that is also a reason why I prefer paint by numbers from AliExpress, because you never have to mix anything. You don't have to blend. So yeah. Okay. I'm gonna check back in with you guys with the final update. Okay guys, it's done. It is done. Is it perfect? Hell no, far from it. But from a distance it looks really good. So yeah, and like I said, I don't think I will actually be hanging this painting. If you take a look, if you take a closer look, you'll see the imperfections and where, you know, the paint might not be as thick enough, or, but you know what, I don't really care. I really don't. So it's all about the experience of creating something like this, and it was fun. So I do want to leave you guys with one last tip. Let me get what I need. Okay, I'm just headed over to my diamond painting that I'm working on at the moment, and underneath there is a light pad, and it's an A4 light pad. You have bigger sizes than this, by the way, but A4 I think works perfectly. So when I turn on the light, as you can see, everything just becomes much more clear. And you can definitely use a light pad like this underneath the painting. It will make it easier to see if you missed any spots, or make it easier to see the numbers. I had a light on top of the painting, so I didn't really felt like I needed it. Let me just turn this off again. But yeah, that's the final tip I have for you guys. It is really fun to work on a paint by numbers instead of always just diamond painting. So I hope you found this video helpful, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'm not a pro of anything, but yeah, I want to help. So I hope you guys have a great day. Be safe, stay healthy. See you soon. Bye.